JZ. Nice to see you back.
These rides for the back. Pledge allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
County Commissioners, now in progress, we'll give it to Trevino.
JWC County Commissioners Court for today, June 26, 2026, 9 a.m. is now in session. Agenda item number 3, public testimony. Do we have anybody who would like to address the court at this time? You don't have anybody in the list?
No, nobody.
Commissioners, anybody want to address the court and audience at this time? I do want to mention a good thing.
Excuse me, Judge, can we, somebody go out there and tell these guys to,
Yeah, tell them Last week, we had the South Texas Judges and Commissioners Conference in San Antonio, Texas. For this past year, I've been the president of that organization. And when you're president, you have some say-so on what is and what isn't. And at being the president this past week and this past year, we have our big conference. And our big conference, it's for all the judges and the commissioners for not only South Texas, but the state of Texas. We had over 300 participants. Gives us an opportunity to get the educational hours that we needed and the training that we need. We had a great training agenda, training program, which was very well attended. And during the conference, we do have different events that happen, which is one of them is host court night. And during that host court night, Bexar County, the host county hosts us. And in that event, we were able to take Jerry and the Roughnecks from our local band here for the surrounding area. They performed. They did an excellent job. Everybody loved them. We also brought some little economic boost for for our city of Alice and Jim Wells, Jimmy and Blanca Garcia from Horseshoe Western Wear. They were able to fill our script for our spouses event. During these big conferences, we bring our spouses, and they had a hat bar for the spouses. Well attended, very well appreciated. They did a wonderful job. They took of course themselves and their staff. They had the hat bar with some very nice looking hats that the spouses can decorate and brand and so forth. Also, J3, Mia Signs and her husband, they were able to complete and the shirts for the conference shirts. They made our shirts, over 340 or 50 shirts they made. So it was a great event. Being president allowed me to bring a little economic boost to not a huge one, but we gave business to our much needed businesses around Alice and Jim Wells County. We ended the conference with one of the most attended conference ever. And we were able to provide great training and provide a situation where the judges and commissioners can also have a little bit of free time with their families to kind of decompress. So last week was a great event, and I want to thank my commissioners. All the commissioners were there representing Jim Wells County, and me as the president of the South Texas Judges and Commissioners Association. So thank you all very much.
Judge, if I may, yes, and then on the educational part of it, it was very interesting. There's a session called Early Bird Session, and of course, everybody's just coming in from out of town. And the very first, a lot of people don't show up. So we were there, and I believe all of us were there. And it was very interesting because they had, the topic was data centers. And if you don't know much about data centers, they're very interesting in more ways than one. So if you guys want to know anything about data centers, or you're against them or for them or whatever, please get with us. We have a lot of information on that. There's a lot of misinformation coming from different areas, so very important. There's some areas, counties around us are getting one, and brings a lot of money in. So something to really look at before we say no or before we say yes. So for the most part, it was awesome. It was a great event.
And that early bird session was one of the most attended early birds that we've had in the near future, in the past.
In the past, yeah.
In the past, not future, but in the past. So yes, very important, not only data centers, but tax abatements and stuff like that. Some very important information. Anybody else? All right, hearing none, we'll move forward. Agenda item number 4, previous minutes. Discuss, consider, and take action to approve minutes from previous meeting.
Motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion, I have a second. Is there any further discussion needed? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Agenda number 5, consent agenda items. Consent agenda items will be voted upon in one vote and will not be discussed separately unless requested by the county judge or a commissioner or a
Yes,
citizen.
yes, Judge Commissioners, I have reviewed the budget amendments. They are allowable requests with y'all's approval.
Make motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Agenda item number 6, grants. Ms. Norma Salas. 6.1, discuss, consider, and take action to approve Jim Wells County and Jim Wells County Freshwater District intergovernmental agreement for the program of 2025 and 2026 Community Development Block Grant Program.
Good morning, Judge and Commissioners. This is an intergovernmental agreement between the Jim Wells, Norma Salas, Jim Wells County Grant Administrator.
Is that working right? Can y'all hear it?
Yes.
Okay. This is the interlocal agreement that we'll be having with our Colonia grant that we applied for the Bimbolt area for the water improvement with precinct for with Commissioner Gonzalez. So this agreement that would be needed for us to proceed with our application.
Motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Further discussion? Any discussion?
Judge, just, there was a last-minute change that Mr. Paisley, the attorney for the Water District, added some, so I just want to make sure we have the final version. There should be, on the third page, do you have the version there?
Yes.
There should be we've got the added part, because the Water District wanted the agreement to include language that allows Mr. Flores to agree without the necessity of them having to have a board meeting.
Okay.
It should be that next to last paragraph, what's that entitled on there?
When
Insurance?
approved by a district is required.
Caption on that paragraph.
When approval
Is
by
it ownership
district.
of? No?
This one right here.
Page 3. Okay, the last page. Make sure this one has it.
That's it. Okay.
So what was it exactly?
They wanted the flexibility that if they wanted to make a change order or any other kind of change, or if there was a cost increase, and we had approved it on our side, that Mr. Flores could approve for them individually without having to have a board meeting.
So would that be something we need to approve or they need to?
It's part of the agreement. We would both need, any kind of changes, both the county and the freshwater district have to approve. However, they want the flexibility to allow Mr. Flores to do that without needing a board meeting, which that's their, I mean, that's the way they prefer to do it. We would still have to have Commissioners Court approval at a meeting like today.
Yeah, it reads, in any situation under this agreement, when approval by the district is required, district authorizes Octavio Flores to give any such needed approval for and on behalf of the district.
And this, excuse me, and this is for the record, it's for the grant CFC 26-0017. So we can have it on.
Can you elaborate on what we're doing with that grant? Just
This is the water grant it's the Colonia grant that Mr. Gonzalez Precinct 4 had applied for, and he's going to be doing some water improvements. Mr. Gonzalez?
Yes, it's going to be on Whitman Street, Judge, at the south side of Bimble. It's a street actually that it's all, pretty much all torn up, and the water line runs right parallel to the road, but it's actually in the middle of the road. So if there's ever a water leak or anything, it's going to destroy whatever's left of the road. So in order for us to help repair that road, we were able to apply for this grant, and they will repair any damages done to it. So basically, we get replaced most of the roads.
And are we gonna have anything else? Any more water lines or anything, or just that?
No, it was just that one right there. It runs about 4 blocks.
The reason I asked for elaboration is because it's a really good thing, and just by what we're saying right now, nobody knows
Right.
what we're doing.
Yes.
So now people know what we're doing, and it's a great thing. Appreciate it.
I think the only thing new is going to be the fire hydrants.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
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 All opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Oh, okay. They are? Oh, they are?
Everybody here?
Everybody's here?
Are we good? Okay. So. At this time, I'm gonna go ahead and move forward to agenda item number 16.1. Discuss, consider, and take action to approve a resolution honoring the life and public service of Constable Frank Davila Jr., Constable of Precinct 4, recognizing his years of faithful service to the citizens of Jim Wells County, expressing the county's gratitude for his contributions in law enforcement and public safety, and extending condolences and sympathy to his family, friends, and colleagues. Resolution number 16.1-062626. A resolution of the Commissioners Court of Jim Wells County honoring the life, service, and memory of Francisco Frank Davila Jr., Constable, Precinct 4, and expressing the gratitude and condolences of Jim Wells County. Whereas Francisco Frank Davila Jr. faithfully served the citizens of Jim Wells County as Constable of Precinct 4, dedicating himself to the protection of the public, the enforcement of the laws of the state of Texas, and the service of his community. And whereas Constable Davila devoted many years of public service and law enforcement, earning the respect of his fellow peace officers, county officials, court personnel, and the citizens he served through his professionalism, integrity, and commitment to duty. And whereas throughout his career, Constable Davila carried out his responsibilities with honor and distinction, working diligently to preserve peace, protect the public, and uphold the law of the state of Texas. And whereas his passing represents a significant loss to Jim Wells County, the law enforcement community, and to those whose lives he touched through his friendship, mentorship, and service. And whereas the Commissioners Court of Jim Wells County desires to formally recognize Constable Davila's contributions to the county and to express sympathy to his family and loved ones during this time of mourning. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Commissioners Court of Jim Wells County that Section 1, the Commissioners Court hereby honors the life, service, and memory of Francisco Frank Davila Jr. and expresses its sincere appreciation for his dedicated service to the citizens of Jim Wells County and the state of Texas. Section 2, the Commissioners Court extends its heartfelt condolences and prayers to the family, friends, fellow peace officers, and all those who mourn his passing. Section 3, Commissioners Court recognizes that Constable Davila's legacy of public service, dedication to duty, and commitment to his community will be remembered with gratitude and respect. Section 4, the county clerk is directed to record this resolution upon the minutes of the Commissioners Court and to provide a certified copy to the family of Francisco Davila Jr. as a lasting expression of the county's appreciation and sympathy. Section 5, that when Jim Wells County Commissioners Court adjourns this day, it does so in memory of Constable Francisco Frank Davila Jr. Can I entertain a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. In just a few seconds from now, a few minutes from now, this would be passed and approved by the Commissioners Court of Jim Wells County, Texas. Today, the 26th day of June, 2026. I'll open it up for any discussion.
First of all, Judge, if I may, our deepest condolences to the family, and thank you all very much for being here today. I know it's a busy day, and it's been hard on you guys. Frank, I've known him for a good while here, and like I said before, it's big shoes to fill. And he dedicated his life to the community, very, very, very involved with the community. Big shoes to fill, and we don't want to fill his shoes. We just want to follow his steps and keep doing what he did. He did an outstanding job. We just cannot replace this great person that served our community in our county as well as he did. So, Mr. Davila, our deepest condolences. We're praying for you, sir.
My condolences to the family.
I didn't know him, but I've heard he was a great man, and I'm just so sorry for your loss.
Constable Davila was a good friend to me, and a great constable for Jim Wells County. I remember those days when my phone would ring and it would say Constable Davila. And I knew it was important because every time he called me, there was an echo of importance to what he needed to tell me, or he needed to ask me, or what we needed to work together on. And I appreciated Frank every day because he deserved it. I know his passion for the juveniles and the children of that area. He worked the schools for a long time. And you don't work the schools for the amount of time that he did because you needed a job. He worked the schools because he had a passion. He had a passion for the kids. And I won't say worried, but he cared so much about the future of Fremont that he wanted to instill the righteousness and the respect that he held to each one of those students. So to the family, from County Judge Pete Trevino and Commissioners Court, we offer sincere condolences. And we want you to know that we want you to celebrate his life because he deserves to be celebrated. Thank you so much. You have the podium, sir.
Good morning, Commissioners, Judge.
Can you just state your name for the court?
I'm sorry. Robert Davila, Frank's brother. I just want to take just a minute here to thank you, Commissioners. Thank you, Judge, for recognizing my brother's legacy. I sincerely appreciate it. It means a lot to us. I think you might. God bless you guys.
Thank you.
Would anybody else from the family like to address the court at this time? If not, I have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion granted. Can you all come to the front so I can present? Which you'll need to sign it. Just present it.
Sign it real quick.
Well, you can sign it right now, but JC still has to sign it. Okay. All elected officials, if you want to, you want to. I don't want to move one here. One back up here, so.
Just stand over here, JC.
Hold on. Are we all in here? Or do they need to get better?
Renee, can everyone see me?
come to this side, sorry?
Does he stand on the chair?
Judge's pocket.
And are they in the picture? too?
Yes. Here.
What about me?
Like, y'all forgot about it.
I know.
I know. Just trying to give him a tip. They both, the one that went up there, was it? Yeah.
Yes, that's fine. If somebody, we'll get these to you one way or another. Either way, if you don't wanna leave, that'll be fine, but, JC would have to in, and, we'll get y'all copies. Either way.
You're gonna get another one down?
Yeah.
$67. That was 50. He took him 17. He never came. He kept saying, no, they don't give me this.
want to go ahead and do number 17.1 also. Agenda item number 17, notice of vacancy. 17.1, discuss, consider, take action pursuant to Texas Local Government Code 87.041 to authorize the posting of notice of vacancy in the office of the Constable Precinct 4, Jim Wells County, Texas, and to solicit applications from qualified persons interested in appointment by the Commissioners Court to fill the expired term of, unexpired term of office created by the death of Constable Francisco Frank Davila Jr. So
Motion to approve item is presented, Judge.
Second.
I have a motion and a second, further discussion.
Yeah, so it's till the end of the term, right, how long is this gonna be?
2028.
No, but I'm saying, how long we're gonna advertise for it?
That's up to y'all. We could, you could do a short window and take this up again July 10th, or we could wait more like 30 days and take it up again July 24th.
I would say 30 days.
Well, I don't know that we have exactly 30 days left, but maybe make a deadline of July 22nd, July 23rd, right before that.
So then, once we decide on a date,
Or, since we have to post on July 20th, maybe make July 17th the deadline. That way, the applications can be processed by Isabel and put into your packet for review.
okay, and this is gonna be brought over to the Commissioner's Court to make for approval, right?
They'll be submitted, I think last time when Chuy Salinas passed, we had applications turned into the county judge, and then the assistant will put it in your packets for review prior to the July 24th meeting.
And then
And we decide here at Commissioner's Court.
Yes.
we'll probably decide.
So you're recommending that the July 17th be the deadline?
I think that would be a good date. Is that enough time for you, Isabel,
You said July 17th as a deadline
for submission?
Oh, for
Because you're
submission.
gonna have to post on the 20th.
on the 20th, correct?
Or meeting on the 24th.
For the meeting
So it begins as soon as we approve it?
Yes.
Okay. I'd like to make a motion to approve the item as presented with the inclusion of being July 17th, the deadline for taking applications
And for consideration
And for
on
cons-
July 24th.
and for consideration of the July 24th meeting?
Yes.
Second the motion.
So did we already have a motion? We already had a motion, right? So,
Oh, sorry.
I had made the motion, but I'm just clarifying
Yeah,
the
so-
dates now.
so you're amending your original motion, right?
For the
We had a
application.
motion and a second, so he has to amend it, and, okay, now we have a second, so he amends it, now we have a second.
Okay.
Okay, further discussion, just for review. We will solicit applications for anybody who is interested. Submissions date will be, July 17th, 2026, and we will address it during an agenda item on Commissioners Court on the July 24th, 2026.
Just for the record, Judge, Michael, they have to be close approved? Certified?
There is a 270-day window for newly elected, and I would imagine that would apply to newly appointed as well. I'll have to confirm that. But I know that if you can run for constable, be elected, take office, and you have 270 days to get your TCO. And I would imagine that same rule would apply to appointees too, but I'll get an answer for that by our next meeting.
Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
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 All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you all very much. We'll go back to agenda item number 7, Elections Department. Mr. Richard Guerra, 7.1, discuss, consider, and take action to sign a resolution regarding the expenditure of 2025 HABA election security grant.
Yeah.
Good morning, Judge. Good morning, Commissioners. My name is Richard Guerra. I'm the Elections Administrator here in Jim Wells County. This pertains to a HABA election security grant. HABA is Help America Vote Again. We acquired a grant for $42,500, of which the county would be responsible for $8,500. So that's the percentage. You can see with the little form that I gave you, what we did is we purchased 30 new poll pads. The poll pads are the iPads that we use to check in voters on Election Day and early voting. So those were the totals. It ended up being a total purchase of $34,065, and they came through 2 POs. The poll pads run off No Inc., who are the creators of the program, and also Heart and Apple. So with those 2 amounts there, you can see what the federal portion that they paid was $27,252, and then our office's portion will be $6,813. So everything is done. What you're seeing there is a submittal for a reimbursement from the Texas Secretary of State, but they do require a resolution from my county's commissioners courts in order to pay out and reimburse that fund. So that's what we're here before today, is for the resolution.
Entertain a motion. Can I entertain a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second. I have a motion and a second. Further discussion? I guess it's pretty self-explanatory.
Basically, that we're going to use it what we said we were going to use it for, and we've already purchased the poll pads, so we're there.
And we have the funds for the,
Yes, our office is prepared to pay the matching funds, and the balance will be paid in full. Do you have a copy of the resolution, Jeff?
yes, sir.
Okay,
Do you need to read it out loud or no?
you let me know.
Just for grant purposes, we probably should.
Okay, I've got it right here. All right.
Isabel.
Jim Wells County Commissioners Court agrees that the expenditure of the funds will be in accordance with applicable federal and state law, and any agreement between Jim Wells County and the state of Texas, Office of the Secretary of State, as authorized under Section 101 of the Help America Vote Act of 2002, and in consultation and agreement with the county election official or officials as defined in Sections 12.001 and 31.091 of the Texas Election Code. Jim Wells County Commissioners Court agrees to assign a single point of contact, SPOC, to act on behalf of the county in communicating with the Office of Secretary of State, including the submission of reimbursement requests and any other required reports. Jim Wells Commissioners Court agrees claims against the fund shall be audited and approved in the same manner as other claims against the county before they are paid. Jim Wells County Commissioners Court agrees that it will not consider the availability of the funds in adopting the county budget. Jim Wells County Commissioners Court agrees that in the event of loss, misuse, or noncompliance pursuant to any grant award agreement with the Secretary of State, Jim Wells Commissioners Court assures that the funds will be returned to the Secretary of State in full.
So I have a motion and a second. Anything further? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Agenda item number 8, Robert Silva, IT Department. 8.1, discuss, consider, and take action to enroll Jim Wells County employees in the Texas DIR Certified Artificial Intelligence AI Awareness Training FY 25-26.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioner. This is just a reminder that the Texas House Bill 3512 amended the Government Code section
Robert, state-
2054,
State your name, please.
5191. I'm sorry.
State your name.
I apologize. My name is Robert Silva, and I'm the IT administrator for Jim Wells County. I just want to remind you about the House bill had amended the section code about the cybersecurity training, mandatory training. I know every year we just take one, which is cybersecurity awareness training. This year at thereon, they want to just take two courses. One is the cybersecurity awareness training and the artificial intelligence awareness training. Basically, just wanted us to be aware and learn about the AI technology that we're dealing with our daily life. So we want to teach the county employee about it. So basically, I'm working with Texas Association of County with their training company called Tech Guard, and their office a portal where the county employee can get on, do interactive training. It's basically a video and a very short quiz to help you understand it. I just request your approval for me so that I can start sending off the employees my day to start the training. And then the deadline's going to be the same as what we have. August 21st is our deadline to complete it. Thank you.
So, just for review, we normally take a cybersecurity training every year. Now they're adding, the, AI training also? Okay. I'll make a motion, we approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion?
When are you going to start this, Robert? Robert, when is this going to start?
I'm
When
sorry.
is this going to start?
Start Monday. I sent an email to everybody, let you know.
Okay.
It's interactive. You just go on, you just take it.
It's online, so they're gonna go online? Okay.
Thank you.
So I have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you. Agenda item number 9, certification of funds, County Auditor Cindy Garcia. 9.1, certification of funds by County Auditor. Loan proceeds 12-proceeds 12-000-380-00, $348,059. Maintenance hardware, software, 12-409-486, and $27,109.73. And equipment, 12-409-573, $320,949.27.
Yes, Judge Commissioners, pursuant to the Local Government Code 1110108, I hereby certify that Jim Wells County has received $348,059 from government capital deposited into general fund. These funds are designated for expenditures to be incurred by the general fund and are available for appropriate use. This certification authorizes the inclusion of these funds in the 2026 budget as an amendment. Since these expenditures will be funded and paid through general fund, I respectfully request the following amendments to the 2026 Jim Wells County budget. On the revenue side, it was the loan proceeds for the $348,59. On the expense side, it goes out to two different expenditures on maintenance hardware for $27,109.73, and on the equipment expense for $320,949.27. These are the funds that y'all had approved on the last Commissioners Court in regards to the election equipment. So this is just certifying the funds.
Motion to approve item number 9.1 is presented, Judge.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion needed? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Agenda item number 10, Honorable Pedro P. Trevino Jr. 10.1, I'm gonna come back to it. I'm waiting for Mr. Casas to get here. 10.2, discuss, consider, and take action on approving an order continuing the disaster declaration filed on April 24th, 2020 by Jim Wells County. This disaster declaration is just to continue the one we filed on April 24th, I think it was. April 24, 2026. This is the resolution and declaration of local and state disaster due to public health and safety emergency from drought conditions. This is the one we file for the water conditions that we have right now. This is declaring that the declaration of state and local disaster hereby continued and extended, and it's going to be continued for the next 30 days or until terminated by the court. This is just filed that the county judge and appropriate officials are authorized to take necessary action to protect life, health, and property. And states that the emergency still going on in Jim Wells County and the surrounding areas. I'll make a motion, we approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Commissioner Precinct 1, George Aguilar. 11.1, discuss, consider, and take action, appropriate action to approve a memorandum of understanding between Jim Wells County Road and Bridge Number 1, Precinct Number 1, and the City of Alice, Texas, providing for county assistance with maintenance, repair, and improvement of access to service road serving the city landfill in exchange for discounted landfill disposal fees by the mutually negotiated and agreed upon by both parties prior to each maintenance project.
Commissioners, Judge, this MOU, we kind of need to have it in place because we've been having difficulty, especially with all this rain. We've been having, getting access into the landfill. So we've been disposing at the Corpus Christi landfill, and that, I know it's an inconvenience for all the people that, especially the city that, or the county that disposes with their compact trucks there, but also it's a community problem because if the landfill is closed for days at a time, people tend to litter on the road or dump on the county roads, which is an inconvenience, not only an inconvenience, but it's illegal. So we're trying to help the city maintain that access road passable on a daily basis, whether it rain or not, so people can have the convenience of going to a local landfill and disposing of all the necessary debris, garbage, and so forth. So this MOU was sent to the city office for Michael Esparza's review. He's been on vacation. He hasn't officially seen it. So we were waiting for him to review it, and based on his review, we can, an approval, we can come back and either approve.
I'll make a motion, we approve the document pending the approval of our county attorney if he hasn't, and the approval of the county, the city manager, Michael Esparza.
Thank
A
you.
motion and a second. Is there any further discussion?
Yeah, I'd like to add a little bit to it. It's a huge problem, guys. The landfill, the road going in there, it's real bad. It's cost us a lot of money repairing our vehicle, our garbage truck, because when it rains, it gets extremely muddy, and they kind of drag you in there with a dozer to be able to unload the big trucks. They will not allow trailers or any other people to go in there. And just this past week, we spent like 7 days shut down. They couldn't get in there. Not even the big trucks could get in there. And so we needed to create another entrance to it. So Mr. Aguilar here had his equipment go out there. We got some equipment there. It's very much needed. And having to drive all the way to Robstown to go deliver, it gets real expensive, but it's cost us a lot of money because of breakdowns and then the time lost in waiting for it to dry up. So yeah, it's very much needed.
No, I agree. anytime you have to go to the dump on a regular basis or anytime period, that road has been,
Pretty bad.
yeah, pretty desecrated and, it's a good thing that we're able to partner up with the city and help them out in situations like this, because even when you get in there, it's even worse.
We
because of
just,
the rain.
you know, in the past few months, since we've been having all this rain, people call the office, we can't dispose at the landfill because it's closed days at a time. And, you know, my only worry about that is I know where it's going to end up. Not saying that everybody does it, but, you know, a lot of times it does. So we want to prevent that and keep our community clean. That's the main goal here.
And we want to thank TXDOT, Robert,
Robert, the local engineer,
local engineer, he helped us out with, we went and talked to him, and he helped us out with the extra material for wrap material to be able to do the road going in there, so it's quite a bit of a material that we given, so that was a lot of help. And it just goes to prove that all of us working together, we can make a bigger difference.
just agree.
Good. I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
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 All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you. Agenda item 11.2, discuss, consider, and take appropriate action. Requesting Jim Wells County Sheriff to prepare and submit to Commissioners Court within 30 days a comprehensive report regarding the operational condition and housing capacity of the Jim Wells County Jail and estimated cost to remediate issue to return jail to its full capacity.
Morning.
You hear me?
Yes.
Good morning, Joseph Guy Baker, Sheriff of Jim Wells County. I absolutely have no problem putting together this comprehensive report, but I would like to just kind of make the court aware of a few things. When I'm preparing this report, there's potentially going to be a little bit of cost incurred. Specifically, one we're already moving upon is, for example, is when we scope the plumbing that is underneath the old side of the jail, that's going to cost $3,000. We're already working with the judge on that. And yes, and we're going to get that done. The other cost that I'm mostly concerned about, because I don't have a budget for any of this, is the cost to even, and I don't know if it's going to cost us anything or not. I just want to make you aware and see what you want me to do. The cost to fix the doors, and remember this was constructed in 1960, so we're talking about the open air bar doors. There's only a few companies that will be able to help us with those doors, and that.
Excuse me. I think Mr. Casas is waiting out there. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
He keeps on peeking in.
Okay. So because there's only maybe one or two companies that do this, there may be a cost for them to even come down and give us an estimate as to what it's going to cost us to fix those doors. Everything else we pretty much already have, such as the plumbing. We are going to have to also fix the intercoms. I don't think that's going to cost us anything to get an estimate.
Didn't I see something about the intercoms already or no?
What I sent you was for the plumbing for Malik.
3,000 and then.
Although that's for the scoping. Then there's a 57,000 to fix all the plumbing, the surface plumbing. But we still need to see what it's going to cost we need to see what's underneath the old side of the jail, because it could be clay, it could be black pipe. We need to see if they are still together, or because if they're clogged and you try to use a router to clean those out, you're going to bust the clay. So we won't know, and I don't want to come here and give you something that's not completely accurate. So I just want to make sure that two things. One is that there may be costs incurred, and I can come back, or I can work with the judge. And if you decide we need to come back to Commissioner's Court, we can, or if you give me the authorization. I just don't have it in my budget for some of these things.
So I don't think I've seen the $57,000 one.
Okay, that one, well, I spoke to you about, but there was a question about whether we need to do RFQs.
See, that's what I was gonna tell.
Yes.
If it's,
We got an estimate just to see, kind of give us an idea, but we still would have to go for RFQs on that. But that, we could use that as an estimate to prepare this report, is what I'm
we
saying.
may have to go for an RFQ or an RFP, since the RFQ don't have, we're gonna have to figure it out and bring it back to Commissioners Court. That way, that same person that we choose during the RFQ or RFP process can do the whole scoping. That way you don't have one guy doing one thing, another guy doing the other thing, and they're gonna crisscross at some point.
Judge,
So,
is that particular vendor on buy board or tips or anything?
I'm not sure. Who's the
Judge,
vendor? Well,
so-
you don't have to say the vendor's name. Don't say the vendor.
Yeah, but Judge, the scoping isn't included in the bid for the 57,000.
Is
Not.
not.
So it's a separate thing.
Yeah, so you have one for just everything that's above ground, and then we need another one for what's
Yes, sir.
underground.
Correct.
Okay, so this person, or this agency needs to do both of them.
Okay.
So we need to check if they're on, if anybody's on buy board first, and then we can utilize, or on a cooperative, board, or, go out for RFQ or RFP.
Yes, sir.
We can have another, a meeting, so we don't wait another 2 weeks. We can have a meeting next week at some time, so we can approve this if needed. First of all, we'll need to see if it's, if they're on any kind of cooperative board.
If you're gonna have a meeting next week, you're gonna have to post today.
It's a short week next week.
Short week next week? Man, how come
We
I don't
can't.
know these things? We're off on, what are we off on?
Friday.
We're off on Friday? Man, we didn't know this thing. Okay.
And that was another concern of mine with the 30 days
Friday
is,
or Monday. If we need to, we can do it Monday. That'll give us one more day.
If you post today, the earliest you can have it is Thursday. Because it's 3 full days now. So if you
Yeah,
post
but
today, you
but
don't,
if we need a little bit of time and we post on Monday,
you can't, if you post on Monday, you can't meet till Friday.
but we
And
can
we're
do it,
off on Friday.
we can meet that Monday.
The following Monday, the seventh, the
okay.
6th or the 7th?
Okay, all right. So, if we're not ready, we could post on Monday. It has to be Monday or Tuesday. Can it be
What's that?
Tuesday or not?
You can do Tuesday? No, you can't do Tuesday.
Yeah.
Because Friday doesn't count.
We're off.
Yeah.
Do it
You have to
before-
do it
I'm not-
Monday.
I'm not gonna be here, Judge, so
On Monday?
I'll be on vacation after the second.
Yeah, so, because you have to have, so if you post next Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday would be the 3 days. If you post on Tuesday, you'd only have Wednesday and Thursday, because Friday's a county holiday.
Okay, so let's plan on posting by Monday for the next Monday.
So you're gonna want a special meeting on
Monday.
the sixth.
Is that the
I will be
Monday?
available on that, Monday, Judge. Can we post like for the 7th?
Why can't you
instead of
post it
the 6th?
today? Why don't we post it today?
Well, we have to do a little bit of research on it to make
At
sure.
least you lock the day in, no? Should they,
We can post today, and if it is, if any company is on buy boards, any of the buy boards, then we can cancel a meeting, correct?
You could always cancel.
Okay, all right, so let's do everything we can to post today. And, what we can, all we need is an agenda item. So we'll write the agenda item, we'll post today, for next Thursday?
Next Thursday, the 2nd.
For next Thursday. And then if we don't need a meeting, we'll cancel the meeting. We find a company that's on one of the boards.
all right, thank you. Yes, sir.
Can I entertain motion, we're gonna have to table this one, right? We can't make a motion on this one.
What's that?
We're gonna have to,
That's a different issue. That's for the report, and he says he's gonna provide it, so.
You can post without,
There was just to
That's
approve
what I
the
would say, it's
memorandum.
for,
and you're, whenever you have a posting, Judge, you can just post.
yeah, no, but what I'm saying is, on this agenda item right here, Sheriff is saying that he needs, a company to come and scope the whole scope, that way he can provide.
so not only am I gonna need for the plumbing, but I'm gonna need to also have someone give me, it may be free, may not cost us anything, but I'm expecting it potentially will cost us something to have somebody to come down to even give us an estimate for, because of the old jail doors. And the intercoms are not a problem. I already have a company that will just give that to us for free. That's why I'm bringing it up, is to make you aware that there may be costs incurred, and I want to make sure we do this right. And we, you know, there may be costs incurred with getting this report to you.
Okay, so the 30 days, a comprehensive report regarding the operational conditions and housing capacity.
Estimated costs and remediate the issues to return to jail. So, I've had to call a few companies, like he said, and if there's any cost involved, I understand that. But
So I understand that part, I'm just, it's, the agenda item would have to be tabled, because
No, you can just amend and say that, rather than 30 days, however many days the sheriff estimates it's going to take to get it done.
Is this an ongoing report that is he requesting, or it's just for this?
this is a report kind of like saying, this is why we can't get our jail to full capacity. This is why we house inmates in other counties. And what we need to do to start saving money for the county instead of housing inmates in 3 different jails and transporting inmates to different parts, all that's accumulating and substantial money. So instead of, it's going to take him a little while to get the report completed, I understand, but we need to start this process, because if we don't, we're going to be in the same position all the time. We're not getting anything resolved. We're just spending all this funding that we don't need to. Sheriff, I know you've been in office 18 months, same as I have, and it's long overdue, something like this.
That's what I'm saying, you're asking for him to just come make a report of whatever's getting.
Yes,
needed
but
to get
he's going to
fixed.
have some professional people come into the
That's basically
facility.
what- So it's an ongoing thing, just bring to us,
Well, we need-
whatever's gotta get fixed, and
we need, whatever needs to get fixed, and we need a number.
Yeah, you're asking for a cost, so,
Well, that's what I'm worried about.
yeah.
well, I mean, how can he figure the cost?
But that's what I mean.
Yeah, that-
So,
He can say this needs to get fixed, bring it to us, and then we go from there with him and set up, somebody to come fix it, and you get the price, bring it back.
yeah, that's why if we go out, if we don't have to go out for RFP or RFQ, then we use somebody on the buy board, then those days, from 30 days to 45 days, we extend it, we might be able to do it in 45 days. If we have to go for RFP or RFQ, it's gonna be longer than that. That's the only thing I'm saying.
Because they may be booked up to a certain, I don't know. I mean, if I call them, they may not be able to come for 45 days. They're gonna, I have to work on their
No,
schedule.
That's how we go down the road. And if any of those are on a buy board, we're gonna have a list of 1, 2, 3. If these guys can't come in 45, we'll get the next guy, so somebody get here as quick as we can.
What if we approve the 30-day reporting period, and if he needs to extend it, he can come to Commissioner's Court and say, hey, I need 30 more days, or,
Is that a motion?
I would be suggesting it. I would approve a motion to, make a motion to approve the report in 30 days, and if you need an extension contingent on where you're at, you can ask for an extension. My motion.
I second it.
I have a motion and a second. Further discussion? Sheriff, did you want to tell us, you want to report anything else before we vote on it?
Well, I mean, we can, we can do that. You're asking me to do this report. I don't have a problem doing the report. I will do it as quickly as I can. I can keep you updated. But as far as whether or not it's gonna be done in 30 days. I don't want to come in and give the court wrong information. I know it's gonna take more than 30 days, so,
So with Mr. Aguilar's motion, it, we're gonna approve the 30 days. And then if you need longer than that, then we'll come in a future commissioner's court within 30 days to ask for an extension.
okay, I have and so what if you don't give me an extension?
Well, we won't.
We, you know,
Okay, I'll agree to that, it's fine.
Okay, so when you come to ask for an extension, you're gonna say that I've contacted two or three companies, they can do it in this amount of time. Or we're gonna say that we have to go out for RFP. We'll know that by next week. And we are gonna have the meeting on next Thursday, or we're going to cancel the meeting based on if you find somebody on the buy board or not.
Yeah, it's, for the jail doors, I can tell you for a fact, they're not gonna be on the buy board. But I'll check. There's only one or two companies that do it, so,
Well, then that's sole source. If it's only one company that does it, then it's sole source, right?
Well, we'd have to verify that.
We'll have to verify that, but if there's only a certain amount of companies, or there's two companies, one that covers North Texas and one that covers South Texas, and we meet the criteria, it could meet the criteria for sole source, so. There's ways we can get that approved, but we have to have the information so the auditors can verify, and once auditors verify, we're good.
no problem. I'm
We good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Are we good, Commissioners? I'm good. We're good? Okay, I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. The only thing is, Sheriff, the reason why we have a day here is because we don't want to just prolong and prolong and prolong. That's the only reason.
I understand. The report will come as soon as I have it.
Okay. Thank you, Sheriff.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Agenda item 10.1. Discuss, consider, and take action on approving usage of the Jim Wells County Fairgrounds and waiving rental fees for the boxing event on Saturday, September 19, 2026. And we do have. State your name for the court, please.
My name is Mike Casas. I'm the father of
Until you
Jeremiah
get there,
Casas.
there's a mic.
My name is Mike Casas. I'm the father of Jeremiah Casas and Coach. We're here to present, we want to bring, or we are bringing a boxing event. We're with GT Promotions out of Edinburgh, Texas. Many of y'all know, if y'all don't know, but Jeremiah is the first Alice High School student to become a professional boxer and make his pro debut. He's 1-0 at the moment. He had his pro debut April 25th in Edinburgh. They were amazed by the amount of people that were there. So after the fight, they asked me if there's ever been a pro show here in Alice. My answer was, no, I've never heard. I looked it up. There's never been a pro show here in Alice. So with the amount of people that were there and the amount of people that were online watching, they want to bring a show to Alice. So I'm here to ask the county, for help for the fairgrounds with the fees, because they're risking bringing judges, fighters, all kinds of stuff over here to present the fight. So we're asking for a little bit of help.
And when you mean by usage of the fairgrounds, you're talking about being able to utilize the merchants building and the women's building for dressing room and
Yes,
stuff
sir.
like that?
The whole thing, yes, sir. In attendance over there, they had over 1,200 people in attendance at his last fight. I brought a sheet of paper to show just the people online. He had over 10,000 people watching online. So
that's one of the concerns is just the amount of people, because if you want to hold that indoors, basically the county fairgrounds here in Alice is the only place you can have it. with
yes,
that-
sir.
with-
Yes, sir.
And we can't even house that capacity. I think our capacity is 800.
Yes, sir. Well, that's the thing. It was over there at 1,200. So over here is like, they're taking a chance, because there's never been a pro show, boxing show here in Alice. So it's a chance they're taking to come. The average cost to throw a show over here is around $75,000 to $85,000 to throw a show. There's 8 fights. The average boxer gets paid about $2,000 a head. So that's $32,000 just on boxers. We still got to cover hotels, travel costs, per diem for the fighters and stuff like that. We have, and we're working on bringing the current women's WBA international world champion, which is Rihanna Rios. I'm not sure if y'all are familiar with her, but she's from Alice, and we're yes, sir. We're trying to get her on the card, so that's another reason, that we will need the county fairground because of the attendance.
Yeah, we're good friends with Rihanna's and her families. So we only have a certain amount of tables and a certain amount of chairs over there, right?
When would the event be held?
September 19th.
September 19th?
It's actually a 3-day event. August 22nd is a press conference. We'll have all the fighters in attendance here in Alice, and then September 18th will be the weigh-ins, and then September 19th is a fight.
Okay, can you tell us where each one of those events is gonna happen?
The press conference, they're shutting down downtown Alice in front of Teovinos. Mi Casas is hosting the press conference. So we'll have all the fighters in attendance with their opponents. They'll introduce themselves, do their face-off. They're gonna have live music and stuff. So that'll be August 22nd. That'll be a Saturday. And then September 18th will be at the Casey Hall for the weigh-ins. Again, all the opponents are gonna weigh in. They gotta make weight. And after that, the following day will be at the fairgrounds at the September 19th.
Okay, so, and on the fairgrounds, I guess on each one of these locations, it's just a one-day event, right?
Yes, sir.
And you're asking Commissioners Court to waive the fee for the fairgrounds?
Yes, sir. If possible, yes, sir. We can make the weigh-ins also too. If it needs to be a 2-day event for the fairgrounds, we can make the weigh-ins at the fairgrounds.
No, it doesn't, I don't have, just so we can know what we're dealing with. It don't have to be if you're gonna have with Casey, that's fine. Saturday, the Saturday usage. We'll make a decision here today, but I'm really a strong supporter of what you guys are trying to do.
Yes, sir.
We're trying to bring people to Jim Wells County and to Alice, Texas, spend their money here.
Yes, sir.
You bringing a lot of people from out of town kind of separates you from people in Alice that are trying to do something that really is for one or two purposes, and don't bring in people from the outside and surrounding area.
Yes, sir.
When you're bringing people from the surrounding areas and they stay here in their hotels and motels, and they spend money in our restaurants, they spend money in our stores, then we're increasing our sales tax. And we're a strong proponent of that. Commissioners, I don't know, you guys want to make any remarks or any questions for?
I agree on that, Judge. When you have hundreds of people come into town, it provides a lot of revenue for different kinds of businesses and exposure to professional boxing. This can lead to, one thing might lead to another. We just never know, but it's a possibility. Having this boxing event there possibly helps other kids think about boxing and keeping them out of the street, that's always a possibility. But I think it's a great event for the community and to get exposure to Jim Wells County and Alice, Texas.
What is the cost if you were paying for it here at the county?
So how much money are you making, or you project to make?
That's gonna be with the promotion company.
Because we waive the fees for nonprofit organizations. That you're not a nonprofit organization, and you're expecting 800 to 1,200.
We're expecting 1,200. That's what the last show,
Okay.
the last show was in Edinburgh.
One of the biggest problems would be, we can know, through the fire chief, we can only host like 500 people.
Well, I talked to him, I talked to Thomas,
Patrick Thomas, yes, sir.
Patrick Thomas, and he said, he worked the numbers, and he said we could hold a capacity of 800.
It was actually
It's,
850.
well, he's changing his mind. He's told me under 600. But what's gonna happen here, you're gonna, if it's successful, you're gonna wanna do it again and again and again. And the availability is not there, because nonprofit organizations feel it, plus other county departments. I hold the position that we cannot waive the fee to a nonprofit, somebody that's not nonprofit. That's my, if you can't afford to host an event and pay your way, then, I don't think it's, what we can do for you is not gonna help you.
It's not that. What it is, they're risking, bringing, because like I said, it costs anywhere from 75
Yes,
to 85,000.
We're gonna open up a can of worms. Every time you turn around, there's people that wanna use the fairgrounds.
Yes, sir.
For medical needs to hold a fundraiser.
Yes, sir.
And we start opening up, make exceptions other than nonprofit. I think we're opening up a can of worms. And I don't say it in a bad way, because
understandable.
I think you would bring in people and it'd be probably a successful, but there's a point that I can't cross, that it tells me that we're opening up a can of worms. And that's my position.
I'd like to say something on that. I think the event outweighs the usage fee. That's what I believe in. Even if you want to charge them just not the full rate, maybe a quarter of the rate. To me, the event brings a lot more people, visitors to the area, a lot more revenue than the $1,000 or whatever is the charge of the center. That's my point of view.
We could certainly change policy, but our policy right now is nonprofit. And that's where I come from, we make tentative lists every year because there are departments fill in the schedule for the year. And everybody's on the tentative list, we fill in the calendar. And if we start, so we can't tell you, you can host an event on next year in March, because there's not a certainty that it's gonna be available. Anyway, needless to say, I only want to say that as much as I'd like to say yes, my vote would be no, but you can certainly rent it. If that, you can certainly rent it and make it work and then see where we go from there. But, for right now, I don't think I can vote to waive the fee.
I feel the same because, it's not like it's gonna be that much, but yet there's air conditioning costs, water, the electricity, and I don't know who cleans up after events? Who does that?
They will have to.
The mopping, the sweeping and everything, getting everything clean, because 800 people,
right.
it's gonna be a mess, I would
Right
think.
now, we're spending thousands of dollars for our air conditions. We had a lightning storm, messed up 3 air conditioners. We don't know the cost. One of them is for sure is gonna be in the $10,000-$20,000 range. It's a brand new unit. Hopefully it's under warranty. The other two, we have rescue out there, our air condition guy, trying to get them going. That's in the thousands. It's, to maintain the fairgrounds is very expensive, and we do it at a loss. We don't make money out there. So every time we waive a fee, we're losing revenue. So, it's as much as like I said, as much as I'd like to, I love Buxton, but as much as I'd like to say yes, I would be against it, to waive the fees anyway.
I understand that point 100%, but I've kind of studied once you start putting it out there, and it's not only us or myself that supports it, it's the whole community that supports it 100%. And you have the city that's making exceptions. You have Jimmy and Blanca Garcia. You have Casey Hall. I feel like it's not only, I'm not trying to do this because I want to do it personally. I think that our community is asking for it also. And we do want it to be a reoccurring thing. Not that we'd approve of waiving the fees every time, but we want that to be reoccurring. We want events like that to be happening to Alice and it happen in Jim Wells County. And we do have policy, we do have procedures, but I don't know, since I've been here, I don't know that anybody that was gonna bring an event like that.
There's never been one.
That's gonna bring people on heads and beds and they're gonna spend their sales tax, increase our sales tax for those 2-3 days. I think it's just different.
So then everybody that wants to put on an event.
No. Don't. We cannot say because we approve this, that we're going to approve everybody. There's a big difference is they're bringing heads and beds and they're bringing people for those 2 or 3 days that are gonna spend their money in Jim Wells. If there's one single event, a fundraiser for some reason, that's not bringing anything to the community. This is bringing something to the community. And we wanna make our community better. We wanna provide things and events that people wanna go to in our community. They ask for that. And, with what you put out on social media and your meetings with the Alice Echo News Journal, with Pete, that's garnering a lot of support and I think that not only that, but we owe it to our community to have events like this. And this is a one-time deal. I'm not saying that we're gonna do it every time, but this is something very different that we hadn't had before. And that's the only reason why we have to really look at our policy and maybe have to amend our policy of some sorts. But this is a big event. That anybody else want to weigh in on this?
He's not going to be the only one from Alice fighting. We also have 2 other fighters from Alice that are making their pro debuts here. With him alone, he brought 275 people by himself that we bought VIP tables reserved for the fight. So I believe we can bring a lot of people to Alice, regardless of the fact the fight's going to happen. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to make it more comfortable for the people of Alice. You know what I mean?
If the fight's gonna happen, it can happen, and it can simply happen because, if you pay a fee.
Well, it won't happen here. We'll have to
Okay,
go,
well,
back to Edinburgh. Yes,
That
sir.
would be up to you, right?
Yes, sir. Well, it's the promotion company. It's not really.
Because you're gonna go to a place where you're gonna make money.
I can't say yes and no because
Yeah,
I'm
well,
not.
you're not doing it free, let's put it that way. So anyway, and it just doesn't seem right to me that we waive for
Understandable.
one person and not the other. Because, because I get approached every time I turn around, hey, can I have an event over there? Because, and it's like, I gotta follow policy. Once we go away from following policy, we're gonna lose everything. We have, in my view, we make policy for a certain reason. And now if we can change it, we can certainly change it, of course. But we're gonna change it just because, you come along and you wanna, waive it, that's, anyway, enough said, I just, my vote would be against it, but that's just me, right?
That being said,
I'd like to get some information, Judge. First of all, on the nonprofits, who decides who's a nonprofit and like it comes to the commissioner's court, the commissioners approve it. Second, we give abatements to companies, to businesses that come in here. And we allow thousands of dollars to be pushed away, not to be paid on taxes, stuff like that. So, the event you're trying to do, I know it's a high risk. You can invest $30,000 on something and you come in here, you get 300 people and you're in the hole. I clearly understand that. I would maybe consider if you guys see it fit that you made your money, well, why don't you come back and pay for the rent afterwards? And say, okay, yeah, we did good. We come back and say, here's a payment, I'll make it. Are we waiving it completely? No. Can we consider waiving it? Why not? We can amend it. But definitely would like to sit down and talk about it and work something out. But I believe it's a great event. You know, it should bring people in if you promote it as far as enough. I'm not gonna push a business away from Jim Wells County, because we need that. We need that sales tax, like the judge is saying. If you can fill up our hotels and people eat here, yes, it's gonna help out. And that's what we need. You're not a nonprofit, okay, so be it. But maybe consider, okay, we'll hold off to the payment until you come afterwards. That's what I like. Consider.
I'll make a motion that, we approve the agenda item as written.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, same sign.
Aye. And the reason I'm saying opposing is because this is a business. And whether it be 500 to rent it, 1,000 to rent it, they're making money. They can pay the fees. And otherwise, it's at the taxpayer's expense for the air conditioning, the water, the electricity, cleaning. Because all parking, there's going to be trash out there. I mean, somebody's going to have to take care of all this. And there needs to be a fee to take care of it. And
Commissioners, Judge, they're trying out an event for one time. It might work, it might not for them. It's a risk. We spend money on other things in the county that probably we should not. This is a community event, and I think it's gonna be a wonderful thing. So if the county invests a few $1,000s, so be it. If they see that it's a success, next time they come around, you know what? They're gonna come in and rent it. It worked the first time. That's all I got to say.
I know that I get elected to support my constituents, and I know that they wouldn't support it. That's where I'm at.
Motion granted. Okay, thank y'all. So
Yes, sir.
motion was granted.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thanks, sir.
Agenda item number 12, Commissioner Precinct 3, Renee Kerhoff. 12.1, discuss, consider, and take action to approve a renewal and new lease from Bank OZK Corporate and Institutional Banking for one new 2027 Mack GR64F dump truck and release previous lease from Cadence Equipment Finance.
this is for our yearly MAC that we lease, and last time it was from Cadence. And so we're renewing it in a new lease from the Bank OZK Corporate Bank.
So,
Motion to approve, Judge.
Second.
I have a motion and a second, further discussion. So this is just one that renews.
The first one.
We get a new one every time.
This is the one that I have right now that we're renewing, the lease that we're renewing right now. And the next
Okay,
one's
so
gonna
this
be
is-
a new one, another truck.
Okay. So you're basically turning in
Yes.
one truck and you're gonna get a new one.
We trade it every year.
Okay, all right, sounds good. I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. 12.2, discuss, consider, and take action to approve second new lease from Bank OZK Corporate and Industrial Banking for one new 2027 Mack GR64F dump truck. This will add a second dump truck to our fleet. Make
We
a
have-
motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second.
I made a motion, so.
Oh, I'm sorry, a
George
second.
George second, okay. Go ahead. Sorry. Further discussion?
Oh, no.
We're good? Okay. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you. Agenda item number 13, Commissioner Precinct 4, Huicho Gonzalez. 13.1, discuss, consider, and take action for Commissioner Precinct 4, Huicho Gonzalez to enter into a lease purchase agreement with Bank OZK Corporate and Institutional Banking for a 2027 GR64F Mack dump truck, VIN number 1M2GR4GC5VM 057785.
That's basically the same thing as the other two that Renee was showing. It's the same thing.
Motion to approve.
A second. I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Agenda item number 14. Plats 14.1, discuss, consider, and take action to grant final approval to the plat of 15.3.313 acre tract designated as Lincoln Orange Grove subdivision.
Judge, Commissioners, this has already come before us once before. Everything was okay. We needed some signatures, which we have now obtained. They have sent us the Mylar version, and at this point, once Commissioners Court approves it, we just need Judge and JC to sign off on that.
Make a
Motion to approve, as presented.
A second. I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Agenda item number 15, agreement. 15.1, discuss, consider, and take action on a temporary agreement, temporary license agreement with AEP from 2026 hurricane season from June 26, 2026 to,
Yeah, that second date is incorrect, because there,
date is incorrect.
yeah, there's no 31 in June, but actually, that should read June 30th, 2031. This is a 5-year agreement.
Oh, it's a 5-year agreement?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right.
What's this one about?
This is in the event of a disaster, for example, a hurricane, a high windstorm, there's a couple of other things, that AEP can go and stage their equipment on the fairgrounds to,
Is this the one Mr. King was talking about?
Yes, the one Mr. King was talking about, and he really asked if he needed to be here, that he'd be here, but I told him we didn't really need to. It's basically, we've had it before, where it's basically a renewal. This is something that's very critical when we need it. They're able to utilize the fairgrounds to stage their equipment when we have power outages during emergency.
Storms or whatever.
So I'll make a motion to approve item number 15.1, just correcting from June 26, 2026 till
June 30th.
June 30th, 2031.
correct.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Judge, also, there's one small typo in the, see if I can pull it up here. Paragraph number 1. It refers to Jim Wells County as St. Jim Wells County, which I know we're all very good people, but I'm not sure we've achieved a sainthood.
You know where that's at, Isabel?
First paragraph, second line.
Oh. And you know what? I think I saw that. I should have saw this. We'll correct that. Okay, so that was 17. So 16.1, we've already completed. 17.1, we've already completed. Agenda item number 18, auditors' reports. 18.1, discuss, consider, and take action to approve auditors' monthly reports.
Yes, Judge and Commissioners. Can y'all hear me better now?
We can.
Because I have a mic now.
Microphone.
Yeah, Mike,
Yeah, okay. All right. Hopefully this helps. Okay, so we'll start with the sales tax report, and this is for the month of May of '26. You'll see the general fund and all the expenditure, the revenues on sales tax throughout the road and bridges. We're all at It's at 42%, so total, we've collected 1,958,74,050 cents. So we're on track with the budgeting as far as what we estimated through the month of May. If you go on to the next page, you'll see our current net for the month of May. So Jim Wells County did fairly actually well compared to last month. So we are at 312,870 collections in sales tax. Actually all the entities did very well for the exception of Fremont. They were pretty much the same. So overall, May was a good month. If you go over to the right, you'll see the year-to-date payments. Actually, Jim Wells County, we're pretty much exactly where we were last year at this time. So stagnant on the sales tax, really, no decrease, or I mean, a little bit of a decrease. You'll see the city of Alice is in a positive compared to last year. City of Orange Grove is in a positive compared to last year, and the city of Fremont is in a positive compared to last year. Again, these are just sales tax numbers. Yes.
I just wanted, with the JP, to show that the, city of. I don't know where you are. Oh, my God. The, city of Fremont, it's 1 point, what is it? 19, 18? Under? On the,
Which one are you looking at?
on the one on the left?
The one on the left, month to month, are you comparing the month?
Okay, so it's just a little bit under.
Yeah, they were just slightly under over last month, but
Oh, last
over
month, okay.
last month, yeah. And then over to the right is the comparison to last year, and compared to last year, they are ahead of, more collections by $10,000.
More collections on the sales tax, so it's up in Fremont.
Yeah, it is up for year to date in Fremont. And then the very last page just basically is again comparing our revenues in Jim Wells County from 25 compared to 26. So we're $403.46 less than last year at this time. So we're pretty much at the same pace.
We're doing pretty good until May.
Yes, yeah, we were ahead, and May's, even though it was a good month, and I've already peaked at June, and it is low, so we're not going in the right direction. In sales tax.
Gotta have everybody spend their money in Alice and Jim Wells County. Spend your
Right
money
now,
here.
A lot of it's got to do with people leaving out for vacation, so,
Summers, yeah.
Florida, stuff like that, Judge? Yeah.
Something like that.
Take our money from here, take it to Florida.
Okay, so the next report is going to be the auditor's report. So this is going to be, of course, the combination of all revenues and all expenditures, breaking it out, general fund, road and bridge, and then per department. The first page is going to be your revenue. So general fund is at a collection of 80%. So we have collected the $18,755,732.02 in general fund. When you combined all the road and bridges, they're at a collection rate of 77% with all their revenues.
And you have to exceed what?
Well, I mean, as far, the revenues were always going to be ahead.
Oh, that's revenue, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
yeah. So we're always going to be ahead
Sorry.
because we collect the bulk. So yeah, so total in revenues, the county is at 81%, which is pretty average on our revenues. Now on the expense side is where, of course, our eyes are on, we're being conscious of that. On the expenditure side, it is at 42% is our target as far as budget. So you'll see all the different individual departments in general fund. So anybody over the 42%, of course, they're going over budget. Some are understandable because bigger expenses are at the beginning of the year. Some are just going over budget. So you'll see who the different departments are. In general fund, then you'll go over to, so general fund, we're at 46% collection total. So we should be at 42. So we are overspending by 4% at this point. When you combine the road and bridges, the total road and bridges are at 38%. So your road and bridges are under.
On the,
I can't see it. We don't get a paperwork, so.
on the,
Can you show the commissioners?
Yeah.
on the general,
Continue.
Bottom.
Cindy,
Yes.
on the general, the lump sum payment that we sent for the, to Maverick County,
At
$250,000.
the bottom.
Is that
Other
on,
way.
is that on this?
That's included in their expenses. Continue,
The next page.
the next page, right there, right there. Yeah, they're the road and bridge departments, and then their expenditure
We're not
percentages.
supposed to exceed 42%?
That is correct,
I'm at 52%.
yeah.
Well, it'd be because we just bought a whole bunch of rock. So-
Right, and that's what I'm saying, so
and oil,
sometimes,
So the numbers will
especially,
go up, so.
yeah, if you have a heavy expenditure at the beginning of the year for projects and so forth, then sometimes, and that's the, you know, versus, I think the latter of the year, road and bridges kind of decrease because of the weather, but, yeah. And then you have the combined other expenditures, so we're at a total of 45%, so we're at a negative 3% variance.
And on the general fund, you did say that the $250,000 that we lump sum payment that we paid for Maverick County for housing, that came out, it's on this.
That expense is included on this report under the Sheriff's Department expense percentage.
So this is an example how it affects our
Definitely.
current
And they
budget.
have such a big budget in general, so that it weighs out very heavily compared to some of the smaller departments versus a small department is at 56%. Well, it doesn't hit us as hard as a big budget department.
Okay.
So that's what I have. That's what I have. I mean, the last couple of pages are just comparisons, but as far as revenues and expenditures. So we're doing okay.
Motion we approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Agenda item number 19, County Treasurer's Report and other monthly reports. 19.1, discuss, consider, and take action to approve County Treasurer's Report and other monthly reports.
Judge, Commissioners, I know this is marked mainly Treasurer's Report, but I just want to take note, there's like the monthly reports are the departments that turn in monthly reports to Mark, that collect money. So what we're finding a lot in our audits, that they're not turning them in by the deadline at all to Mark. So I think that's something that we're going to get together and disclose the departments that are not turning in the reports to y'all every month.
Will you send a letter notifying or email notifying, or how do you want to do this?
Yeah, we'll give them reminders, and then if they still don't, well, that's when we'll bring them to y'all's, because I just feel it's part of the
Yes.
other reports that y'all are approving.
Which departments are, because I know we have, our internal deadline is to submit it by the 10th of the month.
Yeah, that's the deadline. So we're just either not getting them all together.
Is it the JPs?
Constables?
Do they collect? Oh, for service fees. Okay, got you. Okay.
Right, so like, yeah, for Judge Johnson, Mary, like they're all departments that turn in monthly reports to Mark, and they have their deadline. The deadline hasn't changed in years. We got the good ones back here. I just wanted to bring that to your attention.
Can I entertain a motion?
Motion to approve as presented.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. 19.1, discuss, let's see, 20, payroll and bills. 20.1, discuss, consider, and take action on payroll and bills as submitted by the county auditor with exception of Fund 52, 53, and 54.
I do have to say something. I'm impressed with the expenditures. That's all.
You're impressed with the expenditures?
Yes, because there's not that many.
Let's keep it that way, right? Can I entertain a motion?
Motion to approve item is presented, Judge.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
The last time we had Commissioners Court, I know that there was maybe some concerns about the bleachers and stuff. I just want to let you know that that same day, on that Friday, Brooks County has delivered the check to the auditors. So they're no longer belong to Jim Wells County. And Brooks County went and already picked up all of the bleachers, and they're at their right designated office or place of destination. So the bleachers are no longer a problem. Just want to let everybody know. Yes, sir.
3 sets are gone.
All three of them.
Yeah, all three of them have been
Picked up.
picked up.
I entertain a motion.
Before we close, can I say something, Judge?
One more time.
I'm gonna, first of all, I wanna apologize to Isabel publicly, so she can know that I was not intending to put her in a spot the last time that I requested that the payment was not being made on that issue we talked about. Okay, that wasn't my intent. My intent was to prove that the payment had not been made, or no invoice had been received, and the bleachers were taken. That was my intent. Isabel, I apologize for putting you in a spot, ma'am. That was never my intention.
One more public comment, spade and neuter clinic is going well, so we want to continue that service to the community. So anybody that lives in the mapped out areas, please continue to contact the appropriate offices for appointments. Thank you.
Motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
No, let's keep it in line. She had it.
I have a motion,
Who's gonna,
second
somebody
it.
gonna say?
I'll second.
motion and a second to adjourn. Is there any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
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 All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you.